I'm not here to tell you what to think, but I am here to help you understand a little bit about me and some about my ideologies. If I was to state to you today where I align politically, it would be left of center. I am independent. I am concerned about our rights being diminished. There's a quote that states think, because it's not illegal yet. And I feel that is a perfect tone to the course our government has been heading in the last 100 years. Everything you do is now taxed. Some of the freedoms that our grandparents and parents once had are now a thing of the past. As we're indoctrinated with chemicals in our food and in our water, we're also propagandized by our media to cover up the mistakes and wrongdoings of the ones that we elect to safeguard our liberties. To quote one of my favorite Democrats of all time, the very word secrecy is repugnant in free and open society. We are, as people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths and secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts are far outweighed by the dangers in which to cite to justify them. There's very little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. That's John F. Kennedy, 1961, Democrat. President Kennedy also stated that change is the law of life. That quote means a lot to me because at age 12 I was stripped from my family and sent to group homes and foster homes. This is because my grandfather had a heart attack and could no longer take care of me. Because of the places I was sent to, I would run away, and because running away in Washington State was against the law, I'd be imprisoned up to 30 days at a time, forced to live with abusers, murderers, and criminal-minded individuals. It wasn't until I was sent to boot camp where I started to reform and change my own life. We don't have to become the mistakes we've made in the past, and we don't have to be defined by them. We all have the right to change, and we all, every one of us, are not perfect people. We all do hurt, we all do wrong, and every one of us is not without sin. Part of us as human beings is how we learn to change ourselves for the better from the mistakes we've made. It's many of the people who never stop learning that make some of the very greatest leaders and entrepreneurs. I wrote this speech last night for all of you to help you understand that it's not about our past or where we've been, but the direction where we head to from this point on. It is my goal to represent all of you equally, to lower the abuse from our government, to create higher wages, fewer people without homes, and less chemicals in our environment. And I hope you'll stand with me through the primary and onto the general election. And I promise I'll be one of the greatest city council members that you've had. And just as a side note, I do have some flyers in the back corner. This is something I became aware of last night. A company called Fair Oak Farms that is partnered with Coca-Cola. Everybody can have one of these. And if you guys take this and watch the video and share this to your friends and family, you'll all see that this is something that needs to be made aware of, because these people are abusing these animals from start to clock till they go home. And it doesn't end for these animals. And somebody just said to me that it's a representation of how we treat our animals on how, we treat ourselves and we treat other people around us. So I hope everybody will please take one of these. Thank you.